shorty roll me smooth as my Mercedes ride. No love, cry when only babies die. And when I go, that casket better cost 100,000. I pray to God I look my killer in his eyes. Snatch his soul out his shirt, just take him for that.
Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Black Clover Explained here, back in another again with a brand new Black Clover discussion video. And today we are talking about Asta's Devil Union powers and what he will have in the future of the Black Clover story. But before this video, make sure you subscribe, turn the bell notification, never miss a video of juicy Black Clover content like chapter reviews, episode reviews, breakdowns, backslash, Easter egg, discussion, theory videos, and many more Black Clover content on this channel. And yeah, sorry I have 6 days off of the YouTube, and I will get back into the YouTube grind at this moment at the time of the recording right now. And so let's get straight on the video because I don't want to mess with your time right now. So let's get straight on the video. So in chapter 282, we got reveal of Asta's Devil Union mode. We saw how Asta can only use 5 minutes of this mode at the moment of this time of the recording. So Angelis did explain that the anti-magic tax has no way to block any attacks from normal magic, because there's a link back into chapter 266 that Asta didn't hit directly in Natch's attack and Devil Union mode, but erased every single magic and mana from the area that Nat is producing, and it did erase Natch's Devil Union mode as well. So in chapter 97, the Queen of Witches are explained that the anti-magic flows around constantly through Asta's body, and we've seen that in proof in the time skip arc, that in episode 158, this is for example of episode 158, because I do remember the chapters, that we saw how Asta said the sword's name and it draws back into him and it came back into him. And we also saw that when back in Libe versus Asta's fight in the ritual room, that Libe had control of the anti-magic because he manifested it in Litia got killed off by Lucifero. He levitated all the swords, but Asta only used Demon Slasher sword that Libe can't levitate on him because he manifested the anti-magic from his own hands into that sword, but Libe didn't manifest that sword into his hands like the grimoire and the swords and the spells as well. So that is the example of the constantly flows of anti-magic through his body. In chapter 123, when Asta raised Mimosa's brother's magic, I've forgotten his name, but Ansora's trap, and Asta explains that he needs to wait a while to use the black form again, and this will tie into chapter 282, that the Devil Union for the last 5 minutes he could hold this form, because remember he had to build this form up when he used the black form at the Witch Force arc, the Tournament arc, the Elf Recarnation arc, and the Heart Kingdom post arc, that he had to keep training, build and get used to the devil mode of the black form and make it longer. He can go twice a day, and this will happen, the same process will happen again in the Devil Union mode, but it maybe be tweaked a little bit different if Tabata wants to tweak it a little bit different and give like Devil Union mode like, oh, you can use this 5 minutes a year or something like that, but Tabata won't do that. Tabata won't do that. So in chapter 198, Sarkred said and explained how Asta can enable you handle the 5-leaf grimoire when he's magicless, because he did say only devils can handle 5-leaf over. So this is interesting. We don't know anything about the 5-leaf grimoires and what was it so special about the devil history and about the 5-leaf grimoires. We don't know too much about it, and I can't wait for the future of the manga to get explained for the 5-leaf grimoire. In chapter 211, Nero sealed Asta's physical damage away. When Asta draws out more his anti-magic, gains more abilities of his anti-magic like through his grimoire, like his third horn and his spell. That was the Demon Dweller sword, and his third horn was on top of his head. But he has a drawback: when he draws out more anti-magic, he can't control it. And also, this is probably gonna happen again. Nash did say, when Devil Union mode, you can use 100% of the devil power, but he didn't say you get all the spells and all the tricks and sleeves from the swords and that. So this is why Asta will draw out more as anti-magic from his 100% Devil Union mode to gain spells, tricks and help sleeves and stuff that with swords are probably with his Devil Union mode and stuff like that. So that's an interesting factor right there. But in chapter 266, Natch reveals that Asta has a deep connection to his devil and the contractor arm and his grimoire. So this is linked into chapter 97 with the grimoire and the devil devil. They're both connected with the anti-magic flow with their bodies, but they're not connected to the arm because the arm didn't exist in chapter 97. So that's the interesting thing right there. And also, Nash did explain that when Julius said, anti-magic doesn't need any block attacks of any normal magic, it was explained back into this chapter saying Nash said Asta can hit anywhere and raise any magic spell, any magic field without a direct hit, and this is a true magic of anti-magic. So let's talk about potential power that we might get in the future of the Black Clover story. First off, let's talk about in chapter 282 when we saw Asta Devil Human and Asta was using his Demon Slayer sword. But there's a theory going around with Broku and this other dude and some other people that is making content like that. There's going to be other forms with Asta, probably with his Demon Destroyer and his Demon Dweller sword and maybe his Demon Slasher sword. But we're not 100% there, not 100% of the Demon Slasher sword, but we will get, we probably get transformation with them 3 swords using. But we don't know if you can use any of these 4 forms and get the same Devil Union form. But we don't know. Remember Natch said he has connections with the Grimoire and anti-magic, so we might get more forms that we don't know about. So next, let's talk about Asta draws out more of his anti-magic. We can unlock more spells without speaking devil language in his Grimoire that showed up to when he showed to Julius, but he couldn't understand because he didn't know devil language. But he can access spells like he did with the Black Divider when he drawed out more and anti-magic against Argred, and when he got sealed his physical damage by Nero in the Elf Reincarnation arc, but that was by accidentally. That's not by purpose. So, but if Asta learns how to read the devil language in his Grimoire and Libe like teaches him and that, he can access actually the proper way to access spells that he didn't know he had in the Grimoire. And then finally, we need to talk about the sword. And the swords has been one of the biggest mysteries of all the Black Clover manga, and especially the Demon Dweller sword that got left in the dungeon somehow, and it was coated in anti-magic. But we don't know how he got that, how the anti-magic sword got there. So it could be the work of dwarves, we don't know. So remember back in the Elf Reincarnation arc, the start of the Elf Reincarnation arc, but it's around the middle, but it was getting to the good shit. We saw Lick, Unwakened Lick versus Yuno and Asta. And remember, Lick picked up the Demon Dweller sword and turned it white, and he was showing Asta like how to use the Demon Dweller sword. And Asta has accessed this power once, but Raya did say and explain that this is one of the abilities of the Demon Dweller sword. It's not the full potential of the Demon Dweller sword. So this is a good opportunity to learn about the Demon sword and what the potential and what we can do with them in future of story. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, turn the bell notification, never miss a video. Oh no, my name is Black Clover Explained, and see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.